Welcome back to Afternoon Express as we wrap up our Wednesday. Of course, on the couch, we've got phenomenal human beings who are making a change, whether it is in organ donation and tissue engineering, giving back and raising awareness. Welcome back to the loft.
Thank you.
Now, as we wrap up, I just want to say that we've seen a living, breathing example of the benefits of giving back, giving a small part of yourself to help enhance someone else's life. Sandra, what other benefits can we experience, and what do you need our viewers at home to walk away with?
So here's a very good example of what can happen. You know, using human skin in this type of surgery reduces hospital stay, it reduces pain, it reduces scarring for the patient. It gets them healthy much quicker. So it's desperately needed. As I said before, it saves a life. But my concern is that we don't have enough tissue to help. There are plenty children and adults just like Gerana. So how do we help them? And I think that's where our problem in South Africa is, because we do not have a formal referral system that speaks between the Organ Donor Foundation, hospitals, government institutions like forensic services, you know, the government mortuaries, funeral homes. So how do we know when a potential donor has passed away? And I think that's where, as tissue banks, our biggest problem comes in, is to identify the person who've now passed away and who can be a donor. And often, obviously, when somebody has passed away, people go through terrible grief. They are shocked. It's terrible trauma that they go through. And often people are hesitant to mention the option of organ and tissue donation. But we've found over and over again that the option to donate is often such a relief to people. It brings a hope. It brings some kind of comfort that, after all, despite our pain, despite the finality of death, we can help somebody. And people really grab that opportunity. So I want to encourage and say it out loud. Funeral homes, nurses, doctors, paramedics, don't be scared to ask people if they are willing to enter into a conversation and make contact with us. You know, I think the Organ Donor Foundation's contact information is well published.
Yes, and we'll also have everything and all the details on how you can get involved on our website at afternoonexpress.co.za. This is so beautiful, and I love the positive twist and the hope, saying that the deceased is leaving a legacy behind, of course, not just being taken and absorbed by grief. Sam, when it comes to the nitty-gritty of organ and tissue donation, how does the process look like? Is it quite a in-depth, kind of intense thing?
Well, you know, I often think about transplantation. I've actually been able to witness them removing, I've mentioned in a previous show, donor organs. And there are different scenarios. In one scenario, you can donate both your organs and tissue. So if you're in a car accident, for example, and you land up in a hospital, so I'm just going to summarize it very much. And you're on a ventilator, brain dead, you have to be diagnosed brain dead by 2 doctors, have to certify in South Africa. At that point, they would then run all the necessary tests, discuss the decision with the family. They can use both organs and tissue at that point, and obviously to see what they could potentially use if it is a suitable donor. But if you have died at home or you died at the scene of the car accident, they can't use your solid organs. Tissue is always an option, and people need to remember that. So, as Sandra says, it's very important. The one aspect is people putting pressure on the system, so the public saying, you know, this is something I want to do, my family members spoke to me about it. But on the other sort of side of it, you need to, the ICU, trauma unit staff, doctors, the funeral homes, everyone, they really need to think about that as something that potentially could help so many people. There's such a desperate need. We really all, as South Africans, need to start thinking about it.
Absolutely. I mean, I've pledged it before, and I'll pledge it again, that I definitely want to get involved, because at the end of the day, I will not go out without giving back to those. I mean, 7 lives, those are a lot of people. Absolutely. I mean, Eric, for you, the positive spin, the positive twist, what are some of the incredible stories that you've experienced?
So in my running across the country, not once, but twice, I've never met one person that said he's not prepared to be an organ and tissue donor. So it's just basically about education and creating that awareness. So For me, I will keep on doing what I'm doing.
No, please do. And we'll be right there with you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. And of course, we're sending our love, incredibly love, to Gerono's family, because we definitely know that what they went through wasn't easy. But you guys have been making it so much easier to understand the psychology behind it, and of course, the methodology as to how to go about giving back. So we definitely encourage you to go to social media and engage with us. Let us know, would you become an organ donor and why? Tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the hashtag Afternoon Express, or comment on our Facebook page. Now make sure you join us tomorrow for Fashion Express Thursdays as we meet the innovative designers at I Run JHB. But for now, good night and God bless. Happy eating. Mwah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it.
Thank you.